And so let's start to make something that can help to suck air in a much more precise and organized way. Now I took some paper sheets, this is very thick paper, and I can glue two parts together so that I have a much bigger surface. Now it's time to trace the shape. I just tied a knot to a marker and pin a nail into the table, and I can then trace the shape of the cone I really need. So scissors in my hand, and just cut away the paper excess all around it. So I can just fold the paper now, and you can really see and understand the shape I want to give to the paper. Some vinyl glue, I put it here on the side, and this is pretty tricky to do it by myself. Maybe it will be easier to be two-person because the paper will fold on itself every time. So it's also a very good idea to add this that is like a metal ring. I just bend an aluminum rod and I just stick it in place using some duct tape. So I cut, in this case I made it in wood, but you can use some cardboard. Just cut a ring that has the same dimension of the round metal container of the tomato sauce, and then cut some slots here on the top. This is just to help the glue together the two parts. So this will work like a connector ring because I want to make this wind tunnel modular so that I can connect multiple parts together, and you can understand how my plan is going. So just bend the two parts together. This is pretty tricky because every time it wants to get back and stand up, so I also put some metal pliers here that they keep the paper in its position every time. So let it look dry, and now that the cone is dry, it looks amazing. It looks like something that you can buy in the shop. Now let's continue the project, and this time I can buy a metal container, but in this case I don't want to spend money. So the idea is just to fold a little cylinder that have the same diameter of the tomato sauce container. So basically this is what I'm doing, just replicating a cylinder container. Now I bought some little plastic tubes. I just cut them with the same length of the height of the cylinder we just made, which is 16 centimeters. And I just have to repeat this procedure, and it took so much time. Fortunately for me, I was listening to an audiobook, so this time goes pretty fast. And now I just have to push so many tubes inside that are perfectly fitted, and it's a precise fit, so it's a pressure fit. It doesn't move, there's no glue, it's just pressure fit inside. So this will work like a filter that will reduce all the turbulence inside the wind tunnel, and I can connect this part to the paper cone we made earlier. So I can use the two ring to do this. So let's put this together apart and continue the project. In this case, now it's time to remove the paper all around the container and just trace a square shape, which will be like a window so that we can see inside all the tests how they're going. So I can use an angle grinder to do this, and now that the part is open, I can paint everything in black. I painted everything in black not only for an aesthetic reason, but also because paint black gives the more contrast between the smoke. So we know that smoke is white, and the background has to be black as well. To give more visibility to the smoke, it's also very important to add some LED lights, but it's also very important to put some shadows so that we don't light up also the background. This is the reason why I'm putting these paper blocks here on the top, so that the light can only shine on the underside but not on the back, so the background will stay always black without problems. So this will be mounted, of course, on top of the metal container, which will be the test room of our wind test tunnel, and I can use a drill to make perfect size holes of both the LED lights. So you can see how the things goes together. It's just a pressure fit, no glue is needed, and basically we can connect the two parts together. But it's also very important to add something else that creates laminar flow, not only from the front but also on the back. In this case we don't need very small tubes, but we can use some PVC tubes, or in this case it's much cheaper for me to buy some macaroni, which is the Italian pasta, and I can glue all these cylinders here on the back. Basically they work with the straws holes to create laminar flow and to reduce all the turbulence inside the test room. So this is very important. From this side, the air will be sucked, and you can see that I made a great job. It was pretty tricky to insert all of them, but they work great. I also want to test if the light shine perfectly on the downside, but doesn't light up the background. You can clearly see that the background is pretty dark, which will give us very nice contrast with the smoke. Okay, it's almost ready. We just have to make the back side so I can create like a very big cylinder that will suck air. In this case, I can use and recycle this plastic container that was a container from beer bottle. It was a keg, it's called kegs, and it's very cheap. We basically need a shape that is a bigger cylinder than the test tube room, so I think this will work great as well. So I just have to mark holes and cut it in half, and glove on my hand and a very sharp blade is more than enough to cut this very thin plastic. Now it's taking shape. I just cut it in 2 pieces. This bigger container will be like an expansion room for the smoke and for the air to be sucked away, so that we will reduce the turbulence inside the test tunnel, the chamber. So the top hole came so precise that you can see that the metal container is a precise fit, but it's also a very good idea to add a little bit of glue so we don't have infiltration. So we need to now to take a fan. You can use a PC fan, or in this case I have this that is a car fan. It goes with 12 volts, which means the less voltage I give to the fan, the slower it will spin. So even if it's rated at 12 volts, even if I give 4, 5, 6, 9 volts, I can then decide the RPMs of the blade. And this is very important. Consider that the wind turbine tunnel don't really need a very fast air movement, very slow to create laminar flow. The faster you go, the more turbulence you will create. Even if we made all the straw system filter, you will form turbulence. So it has to spin slower than this right now. So now that the fan is working and that the things are taking shape, I think it's finally time to connect all the parts together. So I remember we have the paper cone, we have the straw filter that create laminar flow inside the test chamber, and to connect all the parts, it's like a modular fitting. So I can use these metal clamps to connect all the parts, which means also the paper cone is connected with the same method. So also here in this way, these are very small, but they apply so much force that there's no air gap between the 2 wood rings. So also the back side is connected, and now finally it's time to add some silicone or some glue all around, and the lights are placed here on the top. Unfortunately, these lights are too bright, so I replaced them with some LED lights in the inside, but basically nothing has changed. Now it's time to create the smoke machine, which is the most important part of this wind tunnel testing machine. So I can use an electronic cigarette. I don't smoke, I really hate the smoke, but you can see that the cigarette has 2 holes on the sides. So basically, even if I blow inside the holes, we have the same effect. I don't need to suck the blow, I can just push it inside. So to do the things mechanically, I recycled this, that is an aquarium air pump. Basically, this pump is the one that creates a little bubbles inside the aquarium. So it's like a very small compressor and has a very small airflow, but it's more than what we need for this project. So I connect some vinyl tubes, and this wood ring slips on top of the cigarette so that we can insert tubes inside these holes. I don't want to ruin the cigarette, so that's the reason why I'm not gluing directly tubes to the cigarette, but I'm making all this system so that in the future, if I need to take it apart, there are no problems. So basically, this is how it's working, and after pushing the 2 switches, I turn on the compressor, I turn on the cigarette, everything is working, and we have this very dense smoke that I think is more than enough. I just have to connect a longer tube and something that can dispense the smoke inside the test chamber. And so finally I have in my shop my wind personal tunnel to test multiple objects. Oh, of course, because I love also to play with RC models, so this will be so handy for testing airfoil shapes and things like this. So I really hope you enjoy the project. Now you know for sure how a wind tunnel works. And at this point I leave you here my two previous projects, so how a boomerang works and how to make one and how it comes back, how it works, and also how to generate electricity using wind. So check it out and see you next week with another do-it-yourself tutorial.